to 20K. I love you, dear, and I hope you're well. And though it might sound a teeny bit queer, I think you're quite cool. And then 720. Redo you again. Yes, I'm scaling you. That's why we're not streaming at 1080 now. Oh, yo, check that out. Guess what? We got everything we wanted. Twitch's recordings will be done with little 80 on Twitch again. I fucked this up before and I fixed it today. So we're streaming at source resolution. If you check out the let me be happy. You might I think I can have stats for nerds pop up in I know this is taking forever. I apologize. We're gonna be playing the beta for absolutely love it, and I think it is a fucking rocket. It's one of my favorite like little dipping away from show you two things. We do have TintCon on the Agarnda, which did this one when I was on the Stem deck, and I liked it. 80 stream going to tomorrow. I'm gonna set out with this appropriately, and it's good for multi-streamer. And I really appreciate you all being patient with my undeserving ass. I see that you could do anything with your motherfucking days, and the fact that you choose to so waste your time with my undeserving ass is remarkably. Why did you reset that? Where the fuck, you know? Twitch is trialing AV1. They don't have it available yet. I'm in the beta. I'm in the waiting list, actually. I signed up for it immediately when it was available. So I'm on my CPU and has nice fidelity encoder because that like 8K can do a lot more work if we're doing it in AV1, you know, not high. This runs on a Steam Deck, which is a potato at a nice 45. Way being a fucking dad. Oh yeah, you can parry everything. The parry's pretty forgiving. The guard is mid. You have two weapons. This one is really good at, I guess, ground maneuvering. I like this one when I do need to maintain an aerial thing. You can, it's a pretty nice transition there. 1, 2, 3, 4, you come down, then you get to like slow into this. But if you, instead of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, then you do your switch and you're able to just transition right into there. And so I'm thinking, you know, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, then you, oh, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you do your transition into this, and then you're able to go back into this, and you're able to manage your transition into here, and then you're able to manage. We just tried a new keybind, the Dark Souls-esque keybind. I find to be waste meter APO need to, like, I don't need to be able to have good vision. I need to have like clear. Okay, and when it goes from white to yellow to red, your health. So you start with it on white when you're fully healed. Then it goes to red, and then it goes to... I can clean them. These are the ones that don't glare as much. I forgot. They were just really blurry out. So something I learned that I didn't notice earlier just now is I heal when I guard appropriately. This is my boss person. Okay. Is this like my second, like, is this the second, oh my god, appropriately? We can try emulating it if someone has a Bloodborne copy that I think technically you can like state, and I could be wrong, so we're gonna have to check this one. I think technically we could state that you are no longer using it or destroying it after supplying you with the backup. And then when so parry is here's what they did with this keybind set. If you hold the circle, you immediately stay into a run, but at any point if you grab the back one, it just sends you a little quick input. Back buttons, I count. The little back paddles are genuinely, for me, really handy. As in, the back paddles make it easier for me to bias away from the habit of slamming the silly violinist fingers and my like odd-shaped like ability. Okay, that was so legit. I might try to play in big picture mode if how do I want to? I'm trying to like get a feel for how I sh I'm still panicky rolling-ish. I'm still doing an equivalent to panic roll, which works well with parrying. It's a video game. Everything you do ought to hurt people. Oh, hello there. How are you doing there? Sorry, I just looked back. This is... like I did a lot of damage. Okay, hold on. I noticed a thing. I have the YouTube manager open into Oodles. I'm so sorry for the times that it is entering them. I'm sure that since I did pop out, I fixed it too. hand. Wait. Okay. People are trying to maybe look around. We can have Udak's Judgment, which is the two swords, which I think is a really fun thing to take with us. Oh my gosh, Iggy. Iggy Lou. Because if you don't, it's poosh. Wait, too early. Poosh. This is like me parrying too early. Okay, cool. Then it really quickly teaches us how to climb and how we really nicely. Again, there's another Souls-like layout. They all don't have the most play, and I just modified this one. I could have tried the other, but this is what I grabbed, so we'll later or find out. To show whom? I like when they do this. We like this. Okay, we're fans of this. Remember when we all played Dark Souls the first and a beautiful bird, like, picked us up? There it is. Because my mush... Does the... What? No, there's got to be, like, a preferred and or... So if we get killed... Maybe not. It'll take a while. Someone has to kill us. It's just a video game. Somebody, please. Tedious. This is too much of a Johnstown tedium. Let's try this. Does it eat ass? Darn. Return of the Goober Sith? No, just Return of the Goober. Yeah. A lot. Like, they see. When we were little itty bitty things fast. Oofers. I fucked up. Oofers. Didn't unlock any other path or have any other, sorry, I didn't have any other recollection of where to go. So all I know now for certain is Big Good. I was running around without. Dress up. Wait a minute. How's this work? That and make it better. reminding people. Eric. You know, we just included. Okay, you know what? We're sending them back to IKEA. I haven't said it already. I've been little approach, says the bitch that couldn't identify one until it's in the right position on my camera. Management, so I swap is dead. Ooh, murder. And we have a convenient save. I know I said. Which is JK LOL. The best tactic. There are... Oh, it is in demo. It is being worked on. I do believe that with this and Deadlock, that we have a railgun equip slot. I don't... Like, yeah, honestly, one of my biggest... is how shit is irritating. Well... money. Wait, what? Wait, what? What? Do these things... No more fall offs. I only get one fall off. But oh shit. Oh fuck. I don't remember how we got there. Anywho's, we gotta make sewer. It was Steffi's are right. Oh my gosh. And one of them goes, wah. Nook. Not today. There, music's on the right channel again. I might just give... Actually, I don't know if I've unbroken recording since I've done everything. Save point. Where's a save point? Bruh, 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 bruh. You have glasses, the get. Regret us. Oop. Ha! Got wrecked.
Do it, I'd be a fucking pig. A fucking double standard. When men do it, it's because we're pigs, right? But when women do it, it's because they're sexually liberated. Kiss my ass. And when we're getting gas with Aaron in his car, I get out to go get a pack of cigarettes at Loaf and Jug, and I hear Aaron shout at Jessica, "Did I suck your titty last night?" And there's a guy standing right next to us, and Jessica's like, dude, talking about it, like, the mental disconnect this woman has is seriously the worst. And she forgot or neglected to mention that I said, when she asked if Aaron could suck on her other titty while I suck on the free one, I said, well, it's your body, do what
If I restart OBS,
you want to do, but I would rather you not. Subtle hint, hey, we're dating, and if we're supposed to be dating, why the fuck do you want other dudes? Am I not good enough for you, kind of thing? Like, bro. That's basically what fucking happened.
it's for recording. I can't change the settings right now.
And conveniently, Jessica says, oh, she has a bad memory and doesn't remember, but then she's gonna sit there and say, well, this is what happened. You cannot say you don't remember what happened and then say in the same video, but this is how it happened. Don't believe me, Drunken Peasants has footage that other channels have clipped of her saying the dumbest shit. So when she tries to backtrack on camera and say, well, I didn't say that. Like, bullshit.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, if I do it, it's so I get better quality. Yo.
Then once Aaron got that DUI, I stopped hanging out with him because I'm a drinker too. But I'm not as bad as Aaron is. I've never been to the hospital for alcohol poisoning. Aaron's been in treatment several fucking times. He's been in the hospital multiple times for alcohol poisoning. And it's just fucking sad. shit, and it's not fucking or didn't. I told Aaron and Jessica both I prefer if you didn't. So I got peer pressured into it because I didn't want to create a drama or a fight in the apartment complex I was living in, and I didn't want to fight with Jessica about it. Because then she would have used it as an excuse to rip on me for watching Chatterbait when she's not there. Wanted to, which is kind of hypocritical for her to give me shit about that, considering she used to do Cam 4. When she tried complaining about Jessica messing out of Cam 4, Cam 4 said, look, you post this shit publicly, so if your shit gets sniped, it's your own damn fault. There's a big difference, YouTube, between Jessica posting like Cam 4 stuff publicly versus having an intimate moment with your other half, then you and your other half break up, and then she tries to sell pictures of her sucking my cock and what have you for $2,000, and no one's gonna pay her that money for that crap. But then she'll bitch when Jessica Messica revenge porns her. Fuck off. Fuck right off, dude. Her mental disconnect is seriously lacking, and I feel sorry for her, and I can't fucking stand her. She needs fucking mental help. And I know what she's gonna fucking say if she receives me. Why the fuck are you talking about the Aaron situation on YouTube? Oh, did you forget, Jessica? You were saying you were the first one to say anything about it on fucking YouTube. So no, it's kind of fucking horseshit, YouTube. I'm like, well, yeah, this is what I get. But like I said in my last video about Jessica, I'm not in a rush to find a companion. She pissed me off and ruined my reputation because she fucked up and lost the best boyfriend she ever had. And there's no skin off my...
Like, okay, when I feel scrappy, I play a fucking Soulsborne game. When I wants to go and start shit, I play a goddamn Soulsborne, or I pick up Farmville, or I fucking go and I...
Sense for putting up with it. Causes her to have like what you'd call a conversation with her, back and forth, back and forth, back.
If I'm having a meltdown, don't fucking talk to me. Leave me the fuck alone. Go the fuck away. Don't talk to me. Don't fucking look at me. Don't be in the same life while we're doing. Wait, why is B-Frames 4 versus 2? Oh my gosh. Happens to, and it happens to on the regular for like 3-4 days now. Like, I got away from having meltdowns every day for the whole of like 2 months. And now he's habituated to communicating. But that's not true that that's how they worked, right? Okay, cool. Because you don't get your normal.
I tried to have a conversation with her and she'd get mad and scream, let me finish. Then she'd scream, you're not letting me finish. And I said, Jessica, it's not even like that. And I tried to explain it to her.
You can't make it fit in. He's doing it wrong. He's actually just doing it wrong. He needs to just stop talking.
Having a conversation. I say something, you say something. And if my thought distracts...
Like, also, if you really need me to, I will go and pick up literature to support what the fuck I just said. In a heartbeat, without a fucking fuck given. It doesn't let you...
I don't want her to push me around physically or emotionally kind of thing. And when I call her out on her bullshit, she can't handle it, then I'm not taking her crap. She fucking loses it and starts hitting herself. A little too drunk. I mean... crying into my shoulders because she was feeling very emotional. And I whispered in her ear, "Stop hating yourself. Jessica, stop. It's gonna be okay. You try as hard as you can to be the sweetest fucking guy." And she pushes you away because that's all she's used to in her life is...
I mean, a repetitive body thing isn't like a conscious choice to hit oneself.
And the mental problems on top don't help. That's just my 2 cents, take it or leave it.
Voice acting. Oh, I'll be ready. I forgot I was gonna do a dual camera. I didn't get ready, so. Wow, I don't get ready because I work from home. Because this is a new Xbox. Call of Duty Warzone was free.
Also, no lost frames. Okay. That's how it should be. It shouldn't.
The Grand Theft Auto trilogy. He bought Ghostbusters. I don't know if he bought that one or downloaded it. He might have had to buy that one. Forza Horizon. He loves that game. It was $1. So.
I don't want to talk about her much. I've started working on the wand. It should be done over the weekend. It's gonna look nice. I made the handle purple on before adding. Now I'm letting the paint dry. Age till Halloween.
Honeys, I'm gonna restart the stream briefly after this. I'm about to like.
I should. Conveniently though, because of jack connection, it's not that big of a deal. I'll show you the wand when it's done, man.
Restart the stream itself. Repeatable. Weird. It's intermittently working for me, but I'm not seeing any issue on my side. Oh, 2566. With like, I'm checking the video stats stuff. Okay, cool. And we have a 1020. We have a 1080 stream back on Twitch. It was that I keep sending audio.
So let us grieve together, fellow Harry Potter fans. I bought a case of Bush Peach last night, and I had one last night. I'm gonna have one right now for McGonagall. Cheers. My condolences go out to my fellow Harry Potter fans, to her friends, to her family and grandkids. May she rest in peace.
Actually, on your charming shit. I'm
Scammers, ladies and gentlemen. So I know that yesterday you probably heard some rumblings of a company known as Fantastic. 9 months ago, I made a video where I called The Day Before a massive scam. A video game called The Day Before that was like the most wish-listed zombie game at the time turned out to effectively die.
Oh my gosh, I'm so gleeful. So we're
zombie game at the time turned out to effectively die. Not as quick as Sony's Concord or anything. Not that. But it's a game that died effectively, like you would see footage like this, you know, like actual cool looking gameplay, you know, from the zombie MMO here, and showing us, whoa, the game is not functioning properly, okay? So it was another actual fucking scam. And of course, if you don't recall, the company went completely under. It was just a giant shit show. Well, what if I told you they didn't learn? In fact, they're back with a plan for recovery. Now, I would rather drink my great-grandfather's colostomy bag before I would even consider purchasing a game from these scumbags again. But I'm a person that believes in second chances. So let's see what their plan looks like. So here you've got the Fantastic page right now. It over and over again doesn't inspire confidence. The plan for recovery. Your one pillar of something that sets you apart is on a principle of honesty. We commit to building trust within our community. We already squandered it, okay? Basically what they're saying is, guys, we're not gonna be like Ubisoft or EA or like the other guys, okay? We're gonna show you real footage this time. Okay. All right, fine. I mean, but the thing is, like I said,
no, I am actually hard at work doing this is still scaled shitty, by the way. Like, we can't tell if my system is being a butthole or if the stream on YouTube is actually being a butthole.
Transparency. We understand the mistakes and absence of past communications
It says-
and openly providing honest and comprehensive information. We'll engage with the community on our platforms, particularly Discord. We'll provide regular development progress. You know what? I'm just keep it $1.50. Star Citizen will come out before you guys make a functioning, transparent game. Yandere Dev has been very transparent, and you know what? I'll be the guy to say it. Yandere Simulator destroyed any fucking game you guys made. Okay, that was a fun game compared to any dog shit you guys produced. Goddamn. Professionalism. We are transitioning from a volunteer-driven approach to one firmly rooted in professionalism. Our objective is to gather industry professionals and specialists to improve our existing employees' skills. We will continuously raise all standards and practices. Okay, so this is like what any tech bro writes, okay? Now they give you a strategic objective, throughout 2024 and 2025. So strengthen that community engagement, build the cult, okay? Because once you built the cult strong enough, they'll drink the Kool-Aid and buy whatever you make. Raise development standards, basically actually have a development standard, okay? Expand professionalism, enhance brand identity. Ooh, see that fourth point might be tougher than you expect. And then of course, continuous improvements, okay? So we're just gonna keep getting better. That's it. You see, all these goals, you know, they sound like a drug addict that comes up to me after failing and relapsing 6 times, telling me, no, Muda, things are gonna change, okay? And look, I believe in second chances, but I've seen this spiel before and before and before, and I don't want to get too heavy into like personal stuff, but reading this kind of stuff just reminds me of somebody that's just telling you what they want to, or what you want, what they think you want to hear, right? So here's the brand rebuilding, and get this. The new brand, emboldened by its vibrant blue logo and bold geometric design, represents more than a visual update. Woo. Oh, this logo tells me about honesty and transparency. Oh wow, we made our logo a PNG. It's transparent. Oh man. It's like they think we're fucking 5. Mission and vision. So their mission is to create games that will be loved for decades. Oh man. Oh, where is that? Where is that? Fuck, I'm trying to find. Our vision is to become one of the most loved game companies by creating fantastic, innovative. You ain't that guy, bro. You ain't that buddy. You ain't that pal. So that's effectively their plan, all right? So, all right, that's a pretty good plan and cool. So how are they going to finance this brilliant avant-garde plan? Well, ladies and gentlemen, they've got a fucking Kickstarter. Yeah. Now, this Kickstarter, oh man, they've already got 2,960. You know what? Honestly, I feel like anybody that donated money to this should have their bank accounts frozen, all right? Because you're not financially responsible, clearly. But yeah, this is a Kickstarter for their new 4 to 8 player co-op game. Good luck trying to find another player here. All right, goddamn. So once you helped us create Fantastic through Kickstarter, today we need your support once again to bring Fantastic back. Oh my God, they're so transparent. So let's look at their award tiers, okay? So $3, you get to support their return and they'll give you a heartfelt thanks, okay? They're gonna give you one of these. Nice. They'll put you on their website and you get an exclusive backer role in their Discord. Cool. For $20, oh man, you get a digital copy starter. They wouldn't be a friend anymore.
Why my computer's decided that it would choke up on the stream when I'm... What rate can not have to deal with? Lou checking it on like having a tinkle and shit, and it was like, yo, we're fine.
12,000 right here, okay? So for 12,000, whatever the S is, that's 12,680 Canadian. Oof. Meet with fantastic founders. Enjoy an unforgettable dinner with the founders of Fantastic. As a token of appreciation, you'll be named a special sponsor. Well, You're definitely special indeed if you spend that much money, that's for sure. Additionally, you'll receive the prestigious Elite Backer Roll. You get a giant cuck badge on you in the Discord. Now, this is what I hate about these stupid reward tiers. You know, if you're... Did somebody pay 12 for this?
I mean,
oh my god, this blurred out. No, with like dinner and everything.
If y'all notice a problem, let me know. I tried to check up on YouTube and Twitch to make sure we're...
If you're an actual moron spending $12,000, okay, almost 1,300 Canadian, okay, clearly it's a joke tier, but EA is in a world with a party of 4 to 8 players. Okay. Oh boy, look at that logo. I feel very transparent looking at that. All right, here we go. Ooh, closing the audio a little bit. We have poured our hearts into creating our new demo and are thrilled to share it. We hope you have a great time playing it. To make our return and a full release of Escape Factory a reality, we need your help funding on Kickstarter. Okay, let's go to options. I have everything set to max high. Okay, let's have a good time. Play. Oh wow. Oh man. Oh wow, what a thriving game population here, Jesus Christ. Oh, there's a couple people playing in private? Why would you play the game in private? You barely have enough people to play with, you dumbasses. I don't think any gaming channel on YouTube is gonna even be able to play on the internet. Well, apparently somebody decided to do some research. Saudi Arabian drift car simulator on
YouTube to make sure that it's catch quality check. What's my phone trying to do? Because it can do but so much over... It's a phone. I'm gonna try 720 to see if it's an encoding thing on my... I don't know. This is wild. The bitrate, we can change wires. That's wild. That happened, like, in very little time.
Like, it's a learning tutorial sample. So if you want to build multiplayer games similar to this, you can get this framework and get an understanding. That's what it's designed for, not for you to flip. Then again, they've got other things like the Cat Studio Lava map. So I haven't obviously played the game. I don't know what Tinkertown has to offer, but apparently this is a $45 map that apparently has been, brought in. They've taken apparently this fantasy skybox, which again, it's an asset tool which you can use to generate those skyboxes that you see in a lot of these Unity video games. Now, going back to their stretch goals for this dog shit looking Escape Factory game, I mean, literally, they're talking about 20K funding being necessary to bring their return back, which, given the rate of how much money they're building, run far more impressive games than this. What do you mean Steam Deck version? You just need to make sure you're matching resolutions with something attributing to the Steam Deck framework. Plenty of indie games are designed for the Steam Deck right out of the bat. It's not, literally you're talking about it, it's not a different console, it's just another PC. You just have to match prompts and whatnot, okay? And then of course they want $100,000 for the PS5 version. Oh boy, it's gonna have haptic triggers and everything too, some ray tracing. Maybe $250,000 for the PS5 Pro version, I guess. Free DLC for $150. Oof. Nintendo Switch comes at $200,000. Oh boy. Oh man. Kill me, I guess. Jesus. Look, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, if you spend money on this, then you are by far supporting one of the most toxic people in video games, okay? These people are grifters. They are designed literally to come to our amazing, world of gaming and just profit off of people by reselling assets.
I'm fighting our computers are better.
Tons more hours.
Oh, we love that game. We have Shadows of Doubt VODs. I'll make better ones one day. I wouldn't go look at the old VOD.
Bags provide. And I'll even go as far as to say it, if you're going to spend MMO money, you might as well just go to the AAA guys, because these dudes have just proven to be even scummier than Ubisoft, EA, or really anybody else. And that is a seriously fucking impressive thing to do. But ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Insum is based.
The air fryer was completely off, and I was like, oh no, not my air fryer. I was like, you broke my air fryer. But no, I think I have a warranty on it. I have to check. Sounds interesting. Flats, loafers, we need sneakers. We should put on some clown shoes.
Okay, YouTube folks, the network's gonna stutter a teeny bit, but it should.
Change my t-shirt again.
I don't know if this.
Okay, I guess. Expensive.
I gotta ask a very.
Cyrax is an anomaly. I think we can agree on that. And he likes to believe he's special because there's so many talents trapped in that 5'1" body. Well, I disagree. I think Cyrax is an anomaly, besides all of the glaringly obvious reasons. In a span of hours, or just a few days, can go through so many emotional spectrums. He'd drive a therapist mad. And speaking of therapists, the Aussie chick who saved Cyrax from complete and utter self-destruction, she will for sure keep this up. Almost guaranteed, guys. All promises there. Gave Rax an ultimatum.
I hate to be this person, but I love to be this person. One of my exes was being remarkably unsafe, and I told him the same. No shame. I'm proud of that. I'm glad I did that. And I told him to his fucking face. Whether you can.
Serious, guys. Rax can't lose this girl, who's treated him the exact same as all the other online girlfriends of his, but just forget about
This was like our artifacting like an hour or two ago. Before I went and got, or I guess
therapy class, guys. But before his therapy session, something way more important in his life happened, and he ditched the first class to record a video about why he's a racer, what it means to be a racer, and an hour material, people. We just don't know nothing.
Who's like my little brother. And when he asked me this, it took me back to the very beginning of my whole career and why I have such a love for the car community and why I have such a love and a passion for racing. And he asked me, dude, why do you race? He's like, what makes you and drives you to want to race and be a part of the car community? And it was interesting the way he put it. I race for the sake of racing. For me, it's not about being the best in the world. It's not about winning every single race. It's to keep a community alive. It's to keep a culture that has been introduced me to the Fast and the Furious movie.
35
because it showed me that there's more out there than just watching NASCAR on the weekends. In 2003, when I got my first GameCube and I had gotten Need for Speed Underground 2, which started my love for the underground car community and for its culture.
Think those are the eyes of a prey. No. Cyrax has full 360-degree view at all times. There's a reason he refused to wear vision restrictors. If Cyrax was ever to step foot in the NASCAR circle, guys, and F1, don't even get me started about his F1 skills. The top dog Raxo, his aerodynamic shape, just add.
YouTube folks live.
Keeping that culture alive in your own way and you don't even know it. Whether you're using a daily driver, whether you're doing it in video games, no matter what, you're still keeping that culture alive. Because see, through playing the Forza series, I would not only become...
Is it keeping the... We as punk people have this come up a decent bit, right? Where we're like, some people are like, that's not very punk of you, and some...
grow to make some of the closest friends that I've ever made in my life.
Seeing Cyrax's teachers, all the ones that like him at least, coming back, and you gotta act like you're a little bit impressed with them. Give some claps. How you doing? You did pretty good, old Raxy boy. And then you're like, whew, gotta wipe my hands. I've got the cheese touch almost. It kind of reminds me of my auto body class. I mean, we were just the worst combination of people that could ever have been thrown together in a class, and I wasn't even supposed to be in there. I faked my way into it for some reason because I do it, and he would hate to know that I wasn't even supposed to be in that class. He retired the year afterwards, cited us as the reason for it. It's just all bad. But I would guarantee you, I was still a far better student in auto body class than Cyrax. Leaps and bounds. I never did anything.
What's up, man? So I seen the messages that you were sending, and you know I do agree. Like, I'm not. When I say the things that I say, I'm not aiming it at a whole story.
If you need to hear those, invoking it is the worry.
Horrible, unforgivable, and very, very disgusting. One, he cannot be trusted. He is a lying piece of shit. He took. And he bought that rig. He paid to have that rig sent to him. Or he says he bought it at least. He admitted in Potato's server when I was confronting Potato that he does not care. Like I said, Thump, he don't care about you. He only cares about one person, himself. That's all he cares about. He don't care about what happens to me or Ethan or CIA.
Thought about enemies, you know, the ones he's always complaining about. But Cyrax must really care for this Taylor girl. Cares so much for her probably outside, you know, if he did walk outside. Living in the great continent of Australia, and if the girl has half a mind to her, she would end up throwing him out in less than a week. Because could you imagine living with Cyrax for 5? Just start getting.
Oh my gosh. I'm like reading over the docs. Like, bro, you have got to be fucking crazy right now. What the fuck? You computer friend.
20, 30 minutes, I would click on it, but then there was some gold lighting the pits of awfulness. And Cyrax getting rolls. There's no other option.
Okay, but like, you can't.
Trying to get Marty shut down. They can't. Yes, Mom, you are.
You're not going to get on the fucking computer.
Well, you know what? I'm trying to get Marty shut down. To come back strong. I wanted to come back showing you guys that I am better than what I was before. Because a couple nights ago was the worst night of my life, and it made me realize some shit. That I can either be a victim,
Okay, so I've ensured that.
job, and rise up as a victim. On any panel, I'm able to stay here a few days. I'll literally do anything that you need me to do, as long as she's able to stay here for a few days. Because things around here are too far expensive. I won't
I'm
give you.
not there.
But this next song I'm about to do, I want to dedicate to my wonderful fiance Taylor, who has not only been a rock in my life during my lowest times, but has also been my wings during my highest times. And she didn't deserve it. Be this evil monster that I'm not. I actually find it funny. I really do. I actually find it funny that people try to sit here and make me out to be this evil monster that I'm not.
And just something I think you guys should know, Cyrax pulling his thing out on stream is very ineffective anymore. It means nothing for the platform Marty uses. It doesn't affect him at all. So it's just because Cyrax likes to do it. And Sally kind of recognized that. She's like, that's going enough. Know that Cyrax isn't helping his case. He's doing that kind of against the law where Cyrax lives. And she's like, if the cops come here to arrest you, I'm let them arrest me. No, you're not, Mom. She's like, well, you better act up, and I'll try to save you from the cops again once they plow through the door. He's like, okay, thank you for that. I will stop. Ed, shut your mouth. You shut up. Or don't go, oh, you get away from me, you stupid Ed. And he goes back to raging out and stripping. It meant nothing. He got right back to it like 5 minutes later. And he should really watch going against Sally's word, especially when he's like corralling Sally in the hallway. He's finally met her one-on-one. She finally caught up the courage to go talk to the
Maybe I'm
man.
not. Yo, that would suck. I had to actually read the instructions.
You know,
Fuck
start
me.
preparing more.
I have reverted my setting.
Why isn't that clean? Why isn't that clean? You know, we're gonna have kids here pretty soon. You need to step up your game if you're gonna be a grand.
That have helped me to transform back into the person that I used to be. I want to say thank you guys for helping me get back.
Yeah. I'm trying. Sure you can see me. I think that's what's going on.
Back into the person that I used to be. I want to say thank you guys for helping me get back to my mother roots. Helping me get back to the 2016 version of myself. All I got to say is this, is God damn it good to feel to be back. It feels so damn good to be back, man. You know, I do find it funny how a lot of people like to talk shit and run their mouths. And Taylor, if you see anybody up in here that you feel needs to be banned, by all means, better don't hold back. Ban these motherfuckers that you don't like. Only good people are allowed here. Only those for what we're building are allowed here. Everybody else that wants to talk shit, hit the road, Jack. Cause y'all ain't allowed here. Where's all my real supporters at, man? I know y'all are in there. Where y'all at? That are probably
Okay,
watching
YouTube's
this right
got a
now.
10-second buffer, but
I want to
it's...
say thank you back to who I used to be all those years ago. Is God damn it feels good. Is to not only clean up my reputation, my mission is to be better than I was the day before, and the day before that, and then continued.
After his disastrous therapy session, which he decided to record without anyone else's knowledge, the only people who decide to remove any unwilling participant are the people Rax literally spends an entire therapy class complaining about. Most likely because he knew he was recording himself and it would leak somehow, and he's just sending it to trustworthy sources. Wonder how that happens. But anyways, he kept what he done to the minimum. When we all know Rax is going to take, he needs to have a far realer.
I know what I shouldn't be doing, because me, I do music and I do content creation on YouTube, and a lot of what these people do with what they're putting through kind of led me down that really messed up road, and it's like, I know I don't need to be there. And honestly, you know, it sounds crazy, but the whole reason why I never got therapy sooner, like I said, with me being a content, I always kind of felt like I would always get judged, you know? And I was like, alright, what can I do? Those kids and her, like, they're worth, you know, trying to make this shit work. And that's me. I unfortunately did get caught multiple times, and like I said, the reason why I'm in this boat is because, like I said, I do content creation on YouTube and I do a lot of music and stuff, and I got a lot of people that just want to troll me, mess with me, send fake people my way and try to get me to slip up, and I ended up slipping up multiple times. And after this last time, it was like, dude, like, enough's enough. Like, we need to do something about this now, because
Honey.
the trolls and, you know, a lot of very messed up people that try to do really screwed up stuff that has actually eventually ended up with me cheating and doing this and that and the other on my girlfriend of 3 or 4 months now. And I can honestly say, dude, like, when she came into my life, she pulled me out of one of slipping up because of a lot of the trolls, a lot of the negativity that they bring. You know, like, once I did those actions multiple times, it was like, dude, like, we got to get a handle on this. Like, and it's not easy either. Like, it's definitely not easy, you know, with what I deal with, because, like, it can be hard. Like, it's definitely not easy, and the whole reason why I never got help before was because my family did try to go the legal route with these people, and we did try to get actual help and be like, look, like, we need help, and they ended up, you know, just leaving us to, you know, they need to fix that, honestly.
I don't know what therapy is like. It seems really sterile and boring. But I especially couldn't imagine what kind of environment a sex therapy session is like, and the vibe could only get worse when you got a dude who doesn't sound like he has any idea about what he's talking about go on and on about his family. And after listening to this for hours, I'd love to see them similar, but they wasn't bringing them up all the time. In fact, I didn't hear another person say it once.
What's up, name's Chance, and I am a recovering not only addict, but also I have been cheating on my girlfriend many times, and it's been hard, man, and it's not been easy. And like you said, I shouldn't engage in that. In the back of my mind, I know I shouldn't, but there's just something about it that's just like, just something about the way they speak, what they say, what they do. It's a very tough battle, but I can honestly say that it's definitely one that is worth fighting for sure. You know, like, up to you whether you know, get away from that or not. And that's actually what I'm working on myself, is whenever I see that, to not engage with that, to not, you know, interact with that, because I know that if I do that, it's gonna be all bad. It's gonna lead me right back down that same road. And again, I'll be right back at square one, which is where I don't need or want to be. I was up all night, like, just like, what do I do, what do I say? I've never had to do this. I've never gone through this. I've never dealt with this before. You know, like, I've had counselors, but I've never, like, actually sat down and done a full-on, you know, therapy session where I can actually talk about, you know, the demons of addiction, depression, and how all that goes hand in hand, and how it's really affected me on that level of, like, I need to get a grip on this now or it's going to consume me. And when it does, I don't know if I'll be able to come back. And once I figure this out, it's like,
I'm confused.
Not easy. It's definitely not easy, especially when it's super strong. It can be very difficult, especially for those that, you know, look up to me, you know, for me through literally hell and back.
I wonder if Cyrax has ever thought, well, what am I talking about? He's never thought about this, but it's so blatantly obvious to anyone that the only reason these trolls are able to get you going. And you know what? From him. But I guess that's enough for me. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like. And if you haven't already...
Okay, Taxi, I hate to ask you this. I don't mean to put you through anything at all. I am so sorry. I'm sorry. If I check a link for me, could you tell me if you click on stats for nerds, is the stream health constantly
graphics tuner stuff and capture things and FM radio, and of course, yeah, all of the 3D effects, glide mode goodness that you would expect in 99. And while technically better and faster than the Voodoo 3 3000, this is actually the highest clocked Voodoo 3 that was ever made from the factory. Had some interesting caveats, in particular, this whole thing, quite a dongle situation, but you know what? It's gonna be interesting, so it's 1999, let's go back and enjoy some Voodoo.
Alright, so before I get this unboxed again and actually set up with a computer this time, let's go over a little bit of history and context, because it's LGR and that's what I do. Because yeah, the Voodoo 3 3500 AGP was one of the very best graphics cards that money could buy 25 years ago. One that was revealed at the E3 convention in 1999, about half a year after the launch of the Voodoo 3 2000 and 3000 models. And I haven't found footage of their actual booth, but they sure did advertise it at E3 back then, so I could find these signs, the iconic Voodoo eyes up above the halls, and this old footage of the show.
And being one of the top-end video cards of its time, it had a price to match with a hefty $250 price tag. In June of 1999 when it came along, so it was around $470 adjusted for inflation in 2024, and considering the price of high-end cards now, that seems quaint. But no joke, it really was at the top end. This was tied for the most expensive GPU back then with the Matrox Millennium G400 Max, and that was a 32 megabyte card with 32-bit rendering, twice that of the Voodoo 3. Although arguably its main competitor was the NVIDIA Riva TNT2 Ultra, which was the other really high-end card of the time, and that thing only cost $229 and outperformed the V3 3500 in many tests, but of course that was Direct3D and OpenGL only. It did not do 3dfx glide mode. It's also worth noting that the 3500 TV was only available as an AGP 2-speed card. There was no PCI option like with the lower-end Voodoo 3s. It certainly wasn't the only noteworthy thing about it. There was all kinds of upgrades going on here, beyond its video and radio capabilities, of course. Namely, its 183 megahertz core and memory clock speed. And it was pretty common to overclock Voodoo 3 3000s, especially when you started adding cooling and better capacitors and working with the models that happen to have faster memory chips installed from the factory. But this is just faster right off the bat. The 3500 TV was the fastest Voodoo 3 sold at retail by 3dfx. And by comparison, its 183 megahertz was up from 143 megahertz on the 2000 model and 166 on the Voodoo 3 3500. But without the TV and FM tuner stuff, and with a regular VGA output built into the card instead of relying on a dongle, as shown in this rather excellent video by Pixel Pipes a few years back. It actually goes into a nice comparison with the TNT2 Ultra and benchmarks those against each other and goes into some wonderful historical context. And one more variant that might exist is the Falcon Northwest one, the 3500 TV SE, which apparently was clocked at 200 megahertz. Reportedly made at the behest of Falcon for their Mach 5 computers of the time, and those PCs are legendary beasts. It's easily one of my all-time most wanted systems to this day, like the 1998 to 2000 models. That's beside the point though. This Voodoo 3 3500, just the regular one that you could buy at retail, it got good reviews and was rated well for solid performance, but the common recommendation at the time seemed to be just wait for a sale, or just wait, period, because the next generation of graphics cards were coming by the end of 1999. Specifically the new Voodoo cards like the Voodoo 4 and 5, and NVIDIA's first GeForce card, which would be the GeForce 256. And it was also dinged by reviewers back then for its cumbersome breakout box dongle soft. And it's just a fully different game.
You gave me a picture, honey.
You can get a
You're
copy
the
of that
best.
sent to you in the mail, which is
I've been
pretty good. But I'm assuming just inputs for radio and TV. Everything that connects to the dongle, the big old breakout box AV pod thing. So that's that end right there that goes to the card, and then that's where you get your ports to. I'm assuming just coax for, obviously hooking in like cable or a cable box or... Alright, so yeah, FM and TV input. So you could hook in like an FM antenna there. And either a TV cable box or over-the-air antenna, a coax connection. So you're not going to be using like one of these type of FM antennas, which I've done on other FM radio devices for computers that I've shown here in LGR. But yeah, let's get this thing plugged in and just swap out the Voodoo 3 I already have in there, and we'll do some comparisons between them, test out all this stuff it came with. Yeah, these Voodoo 3s run hot, so if I was going to run the 3500 for very long, definitely put a fan on. So do we really need this is the question. I mean, I'm assuming. Yeah, just a bunch of information about the software. Note about MPEG-2 recording. This is an encoding format that's the latest technology for transmitting high-quality video for DVD players, satellite TV, and HD TV. I mean, I'm assuming you can only pick up SD TV, but it mentions HD, which is interesting. I know that was not on my radar in 1999. So it's all like, it feels like it's gonna, I don't know, do some kind of damage. It's so stiff and just ugh. There's not much give to this at all. Gotta be careful with this. All right, get the dongle propped up down there and sort of supported so it's not putting so much weight on the connector. Let's just power it on. See what we get. There we go. Voodoo 3 3500 TV BIOS. Heck yeah, dude. Got a working
I noticed that the Twitch.
Okay, and yeah, it's because things never work. I mean, they're kind of working now, but it took a...
Also, no. Sorry, the 1440 stream, which goes to YouTube primarily, down. I will have fun and wear a smile all day. Fuck around with AV1 for YouTube, so we have less shitty quality, and it's letting me fuck around the fucking thing to get it as soon as I saw it ages ago. It was for the fucking, like, do your own fucking transcoding locally. Able to record in 1440. Recording a fucking 1080 camera upscaled to 1440 to drop its scale again. That's so fucking, I say sarcastically, that's so fucking informative. I'm fucking up the reason it's only showing 720 at 60 FPS
are different enough that they just are kind of their own thing. And so I went over to this completely fresh install of Windows 98.
No, it's bandwidth overhead.
Nothing but add
okay.
Through the breakout box down there. And since we're on composite, let's try this here, which I have CRT. Actually looks better on here than it does on the TV that I was using. It's kind of within Windows. Of course, you could plug in game consoles or anything else stuff. Yeah, just broadcast. Now, you could hook up like a cable box and do that. Immediately start picking up something, maybe. All right, so we've got some soccer of some kind. Signal goes away, and it's as good as I can get it. Channels through the software, it's not going to be able to do 40, 30 FPS footage in MPEG 2, or you can go over to AV, uncompress.
Oh my gosh, it's so bad.
To different things.
I'm not
here,
mad.
But
It's just let
so
me
it's
do
shrunken
that.
down the resolution of them. Actually have any motion. It just starts crapping out after that. So I think there is actually an issue because I'm constantly going back and forth between OSs, and it's a SCSI 2 SD. And while it's a pretty fast interface and certainly a fast SD card, it doesn't work well with this at all. And I've noticed that that's definitely a setback, or drawback with this particular interface. So I think it's just down to that. I'm sure this worked fine back in the day on like a nice hard drive, but this doesn't have a hard drive. Better. Okay, that definitely did a little better, but see, it has the same.
I can't just. Did it? Sorry if that also went to YouTube. I had to do me send a 1080 up when sorry, I'm putting the YouTube people through that so I can have a 1440 recording happen here. This is an unfinished camera size, right? 1080 camera, 1440 thing. No, I can't scale it the whole way. You can't. It won't work that way. Anywho's, so now I can me, a faithless person who wants it easy. I want you to thrive. I don't want them to be easy necessarily as much as I want you all to thrive and prosper. I don't care. So now I can record 1440 for live chat, not top chat, by the way, on YouTube. Hello, Twitch people. Sorry for the runaround. Okay, cool. Isn't that big? My CPU utilization isn't that high, and we can still play games.
Eventually. On or whatever, like it's the most basic version of an FM tuner idea. If we got an FM transmitter going around, we can tune into This Week in Retro Radio.
And for $156 for the Mega Pack, which will, I think, give you the I/O board, so you get more connectivity and a USB hub. I think $156 for a complete Misty 6.
That's about it in terms of the TV and radio stuff. I did try it with some other programs too, so like Dscaler here, which is something that in theory it could work with, but it just doesn't know what to do with it. Again, might be a driver issue or who knows. We do have some other stuff that it came with though on the CD, like Intervideo Win DVD, probably the oldest version of this I've used. Wow, what a beautiful 90s composition. However, this is not without its quirks, and I don't know why, so let me go for a DVD here. We got a Lethal Ladies collection, some Firecracker here.
What is
and,
this? I need to see this cover.
Quirks,
Holy shit.
However, this is not without its quirks, and I don't know why.
Y'all want to watch Lethal Ladies on stream if it is fine to watch on stream?
With the sound in particular. Yeah, that is not supposed to sound like that. It's like tinny and bit old.
If I turn off the volume,
It's just so strange. And again, what is with that green flicker? Finally, we've got ULEAD Video Studio 3 SE 1998. Got 90s kid base alone is just glorious. I mean,
It's so.
look at this.
It's so
All
something.
yeah, let's get this preview render going.
Oh yeah, let's get this preview
Again,
render.
hardware to do this in 98 is really awesome, I think. I would have loved, you know, I did love this. A later version. ULEAD Video Studio was what I first started out with, my first video editor, I believe. And yeah, even some of my earliest LGR episodes were edited using a much later version of Video Studio. Well, it tried. Oh, there we go.
Hey Mom, since we can't be there in person, here's a little video of the family. Happy birthday to you.
We'll blow out the candles for you, okay? Here we go. Happy birthday!
We'll see you.
Just phenomenal. You know, again, I think I'm being held back by that SD card interface. Like, it's
Been really distracted, so let me fess up. I'm just finishing up with our QA show.
drive for a lot of these programs and stuff in here, and then use the SD card for the OS. Biggest reason I wanted a Voodoo card back in the day, and that's why I got a Voodoo 3 3000, but the 3500 TV is supposed to be quicker, right? So, trying out Quake 3 though, and well, you know how I said with these drivers and like, it gave me wall hacks. Yeah, you can see people through the walls. Something is very wrong here with these 3500 drivers. And again, these are the only ones that I could get to work with the TV side of things. So I'm going to try and just upgrade to the, or I guess side grade, I don't know, something grade. 3 drivers, the ones I use with my 3000 typically, 800 by 600, maxed out all the things. Oh yeah, here we go. As it should be. Oh my goodness. Splash damage. Yeah. The Voodoo 3 3500 drivers, they just completely screw up games, at least the ones that I've tried. And like I said, I've tried 3 different versions. None of them work. But as soon as I go over to just the regular old Voodoo 3 drivers, it's wonderful. So now that we've got this going, I'm going to run through some benchmarks. So, of course, Quake 3 is going to be one of them. We'll run the time demo on this and the regular Voodoo 3 that I had in here before this. And do some comparisons, see how much. 6 from November 2000. But now when you try to run at all, when I had somehow this is working now. It completely was not the past couple of days that I've been trying this. Really, the only other difference that's going on here is completely fresh Windows 98 installation. It wasn't working with Windows Me, and it wasn't working with my existing installation of Windows 98 that I normally use on this machine with the Voodoo 3 3000. I don't even know. Duke, what's going on? Well, anyway, let's try some different things here. So I'm going to benchmark on all these things per second.
I never did.
And you know, would actually make me happy to see them run well whenever they did back in the day. And the first one of those is Midtown Madness 2. Running at 800 by 600, 16-bit color and all the highest settings. And as this doesn't have a built-in benchmarking tool, I just have Fraps going so you can see the current FPS in the top left there, and I'm just going to let the car sit here until we get hit by the bus. And then I just raced around a little bit and tried to get the gameplay to match up as close as I could. And these cards, again, are so close in this one that it effectively definitely a game that would benefit. And again, just going size without any numbers. Both cards in this configuration, this PC, end up in the mid-20s to mid-30s most of the time, unless just a bunch of crazy stuff is going on. But in terms of the moments of the game where I can get the most direct comparison, where it's the camera flying by and doing an in-engine cutscene like this here, where we're about to enter Roscoe Street Station, it does have that Noctua cooling fan slapped on there just to assist the onboard passive cooling, because it really isn't enough. Now, I don't think there's any throttling that happens on these cards, regardless of how hot they run. They will just cook themselves to death if you let them. But I just wanted to mention that because it's really the only difference going on other than clock speed. But yeah, once you get in the game and Max is just kind of standing around there.
My dad let me play with one of the TV controllers for a computer when I was little too. I mean,
And Max, another go-to for practically every press benchmarking of graphics cards from 1999, and I'm just running a handful to support that resolution, but everything else has been 16-bit 800 by 600. And yeah, as these run through its sort of wipeout looking thing and generic sci-fi FPS looking thing, and the other few tests that we have for graphics, the results are 6242 on the 3000 and 6442 on the 3500. So what does it come down to for this? I mean, both cards are good. They're Voodoo 3s. Obviously, the difference between like the 2000 and the 3500 would be presumably even more exaggerated. And although it's outside of the scope of this video, I'd also be curious to see what would happen if we swapped out for a much slower Pentium 3. I mean, the 3500, the biggest appeal for me wasn't really the extra clock speed. It's nice to have from the factory, but it's all the TV stuff that was most interesting to me back in the day, as well as now. Being able to do the TV. That said, I don't think I'm going to be using it. It's just not worth having that ridiculous dongle hanging out the back. It's a Voodoo 3 3000 with a little bit extra spice, but it's not really necessary. The difference that I'm seeing here is so minuscule.
Okay, left and
I'm
right
happy
work,
to continue
but
using
it's
the
the
Voodoo
up and
3
downy that
3000
I
actual use of all the TV and FM radio and capturing and video editing stuff, or I don't know, maybe ended up missing the dongle after a while. I found several of these cards over the years and they don't have the dongle and it's effectively useless. Anyway, feel free much for watching. Box thing here on LGR. Yeah, we've got an AST computer from late 1995, maybe early 96. One of their Advantage 600 series PCs. Sir.
OBS, but our camera position's fixed. Bad news, though I fixed our camera positionality, that's purely from crashing OBS. So I think, no, we're still in AV1 for our recording quality. Our QPC is still set as it should be. Our YouTube quality is still appropriate. I had to
95 machine, plus a whole bunch of software bundled in here. One of the bigger selling points of these machines here at cost are the very lowest end. Highly appealing, and you know, this is something that I just grabbed because an LGR viewer emailed me about this, pointing out that this was listed on eBay as new in box, albeit opened by the seller to make sure everything was in there, I guess. But yeah, the price was a bit high, so I made a lower. And then opening it up, you know, I want to see on the inside too to make sure there's no corrosion or ghosts or anything inside. And then we'll get it set up and hopefully test it out if we're able to do that. And yeah, before that, as the AST Advantage was a very popular line of computers for a while, alongside the Bravo series that they sold back then. These just being their primary desktops, available as a desktop form factor like this, or a tower, even a few all-in-one models. And these were sold through various authorized retailers and distributors like Insight, CDW, PCs, Comments, seeing as AST had acquired the computer manufacturing side of Radio Shack's parent company, Tandy, for $112 million in 1993. Around the same time, they also purchased Grid Systems. They were really on a roll in the early 90s, early to the whole personal computer party. And they primarily sold expansion cards for IBM PCs and compatibles from 1981 to at least pretty ubiquitous, and they fought hard for PC market dominance, mainly against Compaq and IBM, but really against everyone, trying to undercut on prices and options.
Hey, what do you mean by talk, goddammit?
Price war with Compaq, especially in the
like,
486
we're just chilling.
era,
I'm fixing something. What do you want me? Like, I asked how you are. No, I asked how you are doing. Why don't you tell me how you are doing? Don't, in quotes, talk goddammit me. Tell me how your day is. I asked about your day. Your day is probably more cool than mine. I wanted interesting. Don't you?
Down in 1999 with the AST trademark and IP being sold off to somebody else. Wow, I can't wait to dive in. I mean it, I really can't. You never know what you're gonna find in a package like this, especially supposedly unused for all these years. So let's just go right for it. Something kind of like it. Congratulations, you're the proud owner of a new AST Advantage. I sure hope so. Look at this road map. What a sleek looking rear end view we got going on there. First, the monitor. All kinds of accessories. Mouse. A blank envelope. Guess that's if you need to send in, what, the registration? Register now. A customer care program. Yeah, they are pretty well known for this. 24/7, 7 days a week. You could get help. or at least talk to David Murray. And some installation and
Back to what?
mic connections. Oh yeah, don't plug it into the wrong one. Modem has one, mic has one, I guess. Intriguingly, these do say 1996.
I need to refresh the chat. And it refused to acknowledge that it was closed. And now it's opened again. Now it's partially connected again. And now it's waiting to connect.
Late 1995. That's certainly feasible that it could be early 96. Just get everything out of here. All right, keyboard time. Well, that is a very generic looking keyboard, but about what I'd expect. Oh yeah. Honestly, not the worst feel though to the fingers. Huh. Well, look at that. We got not seen these in a long time. Labtech LCS 150s.
Thanks.
Run off of batteries or plug straight into the wall. Or don't do anything. You plug them into the speaker, the headphone output with the amplification on your sound card.
Go to the library together for a birthday or a museum, are you? And everywhere's applicable and fine, by the way. I just so happen to be, as a person, someone like offered me to go to a museum. Like, oh my gosh. Then again, we've been friends for like hella long, and we know we like museums together. So that's kind of sounds like you put time and planning into what you brought to them. Tell me about this. This shit's
used, and the seller was just not telling the full truth. Anyway, yeah, standard Logitech mouse here. It's honestly fine. It's a pretty good little mouse. I've got a few of these. All right, so
I do my best to meet you there. Doing pretty well. I'm trying to make sure that Rexy's taken care
of. Just about everyone did that I knew.
I did too. Away from the goddamn computer did. I was like, you will unban the last moderator from the fucking
93 to 98. All right, power core.
Person who I'm willing to listen to. Be specific with me. Tell me what you're missing that you're not getting, and I can work with you. But if you don't explain to me in your chest what you want, hun.
I'm not even gonna bother with this one. And finally, our package of software and goodies. Oh, I really hope that it's all in here.
Because if I say chillin' with chat, you know, I'm moving the chat around.
Oh.
We live, we grow, and I'm proud. Most of today for me was making sure that Twitch could get a 1080 stream and that YouTube could get a fucking 1440 and that I could be recording in 1440. And tomorrow is making sure that I can record at maybe 120 frames a second. Oh no, I'm feeling it. But why are you saying damn chill? I'm like, I kept trying to check in with people. I had Jaxie send me what's laggy. Like,
a copy of that. What is a belly button? And
yeah, as an asexual person, I support the allosexual people writ large. I am the best ally #1 to all allosexual people. May they be straight, gay, bi.
Oh, interesting. So this is a little addendum for those speakers instead of the ones that shows on the other printouts and stuff. So I guess they just replaced them at some point. That happened for sure. You need America Online. I sure did back then. 15 hours free in a month. Oh my goodness. Software is on your hard drive. Some more information about the AC adapter is what it is. So many ads. I was afraid of learning software. And then I talked to this lady and a little screen on my screen, and I'm not afraid anymore. Okay. More stuff. More addendums. Oh my goodness. Stop, don't throw it away. CompuServe, Prodigy, good grief. It is partnered with everyone, just every.
You shouldn't go out of your way to say things that you know are bad to people if you're going to frame it that way. Usually I'm opposed to dualism and having
a disk, hard disk restore. Okay. 1 year limited warranty, certificate of authenticity for Windows 95. Yes. the little baby in the hologram. And last two, just some documentation for that Eco East Africa game something, educational something or other, and Advantage 600 series user's manual, minus all the addendums. Like 1,500 addendums, but hey, most of this will be correct. Ah, yes. Was wondering how this might come apart, because that is our next thing once we get the computer out. Well, that sure is pretty. It's in good shape, but it is not unused. As if the accessories didn't give it away, but yeah, just you can see where our monitor stand was on there. That's where the feet were. Somebody would do that? Just go onto the internet and tell lies? I sure am glad I put in a best offer and didn't pay full price. I did get a pretty decent discount, so, you know, still happy with it so far, because it really is like new condition, all things considered. I mean, it barely looks touched. If anything, I mean, it could have just been opened up and then never turned on. We still don't know yet. I guess kind of doesn't matter at this point.
There's some stuff I have to do, but I can't take those until...
Stuff?
Okay, let me be a good nerd. Let me do...
So, you know, still happy with it so far, because it really is like new condition, all things considered. I mean, it barely looks touched. If anything, I mean, it could have just been opened up and then never turned on. We still don't know yet. I guess kind of a secondary serial port would be potentially there. We got our modem with the additional microphone, your regular...
I just assume people are right. I don't know. If it's good, it's good. But, like, I need someone to be sure. So, like, I'm checking it. I'm learning how to stream to YouTube for the first fucking time. I'm learning how to check my network activity, trying to grok it. Coming from, like, you know, streaming on Twitch. The service tools for, like, how healthy your stream is. Right? Yeah, it was bumping up to 8K for you. That's life. And let's see, I'm really new to streaming on, and I paired this to Scapegoat stream and to live. Should be sporadically building network buffer. It shouldn't be constant. I think the best way I can do this is refresh the ABC News stream. Attach stats for nerds, right? It's latency, it's buffer. How does it do network activity? It's sporadic and consistent, but it does it periodically at peaks and valley fucks. No, because I'm still pushing 25 megabytes to YouTube. I can try dipping it down 5. I don't think that'll...
Case, May 1st, 1996, so I guess that answers that. Machine was introduced at the end of 95, but this one was put together in 96. And check it out. Lovely looking little thing inside. Kind of reminds me of certain HP machines with the Vector line. There's a look at our power supply. AT indeed. Great to see a proper 2-inch cone speaker in this. Dual-sided riser things in here. So we do have PCI in addition to 16-bit ISA, so you have some cards this way, some cards going that way, and that's how they go in there, just sort of crisscrossing back and forth. Got our cute little RAM modules in there. A rather substantial modem, a big old long ISA card. Oh hey, and check this out, see those empty sockets right there? Those are actually for expanding the video memory. So there's 1 megabyte for the SIS chipset on board, but if you have the right memory chips, you can double that to 2 megs. Pretty handy. And there we go. That's really the main thing I was hoping to check here. Yeah. The battery, just want to make sure it was something like that and not a leaky barrel. Yeah. Module for cache. What kind of motherboard is this? FM561. No kidding. You know how I said it looked like an HP design? Yeah, it's an FM561 by 8. Delightful little.
Y'all on Twitch, I'm kinda sorry. I'm trying to get the shit sorted for YouTube. I don't know if one of y'all, currently, all the stop and go is because we got a couple people. Does it do too much? More is better, yes, but higher is network can handle. Yeah, and I have the you all as hard and often as we need to. Then the one external to this house can take. And I'm not saturating my throughput going out, and I'm not saturating it across my switch, and I'm not saturating it coming out of my computer. I see that it ran out of buffer, but I'm also like not, because I'm not saturating my upload. I'm not saturating my computer's throughput or the switch in transit or the gateway.
All right, well, get all of our things plugged in here and power this sucker on, see what we got going with this initial startup, or at least the initial startup for us. Okay, all set up and looking lovely. By the way, I did give it a brief cleaning just to get that tiny bit of grime off of there. There wasn't much, but you know, I did want it. I want my grime on there, and that's it. So now it'll be my grime from here onward. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what we get. Okay. Yeah, CMOS battery's dead. Let's just see if it boots into Windows at all. Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, let me get that battery replaced real quick. I'm gonna go through the BIOS and make sure it's detecting the hard drive, and we'll go from there. Good start though. Alrighty, so BIOS battery issues are sorted, and we are now able to keep the time, as well as our settings and stuff. And yeah, that delightful hard disk, it automatically detected as soon as I got the BIOS going. It just has that automatic thing in there. 8 megs of RAM tested and working. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've used a Windows 95 machine with just 8 megs of RAM, I'll tell you that much. So anyway, since the hard disk was showing up in the BIOS, I'm hoping it's all good. Yeah. Oh wow, okay, that went away quicker than I thought it would. There was a little custom AST logo. Oh dude, well this is unique. Love that little restored by the previous owner who sold it to me, and they just have the original media and got it back to this. Either way, we should have a factory original experience here. You know, looking back at that poster where it shows the startup process, it does say that this is too long to read it. I adjusted the camera, and it kind of makes me wonder if there's supposed to be sound there. I think the speaker. Ah, here we go. Bit of a more lengthy loading process as I was anticipating. Love that AST Computer Presents logo up there. That hard disk. The customized setup process, of course. We got some different things it's adding for all the AST stuff, and actually list ASTWorks 2 and Spot registering and the other programs that came packed inside the box. Speaking of which, we got ASTWorks 2, which I believe is their Windows front end shell type of thing. Oh, finally. Been sitting here for 10 minutes. All right. Let's you register. Well. That is what's up. Just the most basic Windows 95. Wow. This is very clean, all things considered. They got rid of a lot of the... Oh, wait, nope, it's still going.
And now you can start doing all those things you bought your computer for. Let's show you around a bit.
A new era begins. Windows 95, a powerful new operating system, has arrived.
The new AST interface packs a world of computing power into one tiny bubble floating on your screen, anywhere you want.
And to get a choice between has changed from open to
click the locking button again.
All the quadrants open and close.
Let's go ahead and lock the toolbar. Below the toolbar is Ask AST.
You want to put your most important files there first.
Finally, there are a set of buttons that provide easy access, well organized, and they're...
Oh
my goodness. We got this little spot. Oh man, not a fan. I never like these little pop-up deals that are just like always there. Fresh Windows 95 experience here. 4.00.950. This is just...
I don't know if it's giving you the same quality that I'm running it at or it's transcoding it down. But in the event you would over Wi-Fi unless you go away that Wi-Fi can physically push.
Savers, nope. Although we do have crossing MPEG. What is that? Zing, I'm assuming it's crossing. Oh dear, whoa! Yep, yep. Just trying.
Because the
Our SIS chipset settings for graphics and stuff. Yeah, doesn't even let you choose the Windows options. You just have to do it through here. Oh, hey, we got some just, yeah, good settings.
Because 160p, right? Yeah, that's 2160p. I'm not uploading in 2160p, so you shouldn't be able to view the stream in 2160p.
330, 388, 220 for all the I/O settings for our ESS audio drive. That'll be great in DOS. Or if it comes with any cool wallpapers. It's a big old Noakes. There's a lot. AST extras. AST works too. Oh my! All the early internet and online services. AOL CompuServe, of course, but Mosaic in a box. Got your internet browser there. Prodigy Online, sync that. Lotus Smart Suite, you got shortcuts added. Yeah, some different shortcuts for different things just dropped in here. It's already got QuickTime on there and Hover. Yeah, let's go. Tip boy. Completely. 8 megs of RAM. 100 megahertz Pentium.
Into YouTube, okay? Like, I don't even know. Like, I've been doing this for like a few days now, but it's my first day trying to stream at 1440. It's like 1080 stuff.
Alright, well, let's hover. That's awesome. Nice that it's already copied to the hard drive. I don't think I've seen that on other fresh installs. Yeah, there is a lot on this drive. They have loaded this thing down. Volume 1. Yeah, there's only 342 megs left.
I'm still learning how to deal with this. It's like, so far, all I can do is find out that Reddit...
Folder populated. Let's go with passport. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I've always found these, the way these sound chips render FM synth, it's fascinating. You know, it's not exactly like OPL 2 or 3, but it ain't bad either. I don't know. It's appealing in its own way. Goodness, there's so many things on here. And if I were to use this for any length of time, I would be...
It's a pretty cool...
extras.
We can always talk about how to identify shit. We can always talk about mechanics. We can always talk about finding free and reduced cost mental health care. We can always talk about finding trauma and...
Let's see what the heck we got here. What's getting started? We got a desktop tour. There's that greetings thing we already did. Mouse tips.
It's irritating because I keep looking at YouTube's stats and it's like I'm ingesting the stream correctly, and I keep looking at my network and it's like I'm broadcasting the stream. Like, this is the least sensible bullshit that they could have fucking pulled. It doesn't make sense. It really that work here, because I'm like, we're done with Reddit. Actually, no, we're gonna keep reading Reddit. And I then went and checked I checked the gateway. I checked the 2 switches running between me. I opened the Ubiquiti thingy on my phone against my capacity.
Processor, age, you know, we gotta include little tiny videos just because I was expecting more of like a TabWorks or even like Ace Desktop or Packard Bell Navigator type of thing. But nope. Let's see what this talk shop is. Oh, look at this. Blockbuster music. AST Lifeline's in here. 1-800-Flowers, Wells Fargo. Oh man, I want to call and listen. Take me back. frick? Multiplayer battleship, dude. Alright, we can't talk to anybody online, but we can at least test out our microphone here that seemingly everyone had. I know it's not great, but let's hear it anyway. This is a test to review. Perfect. Wouldn't have it any other way. Alright, what about some daggum fun? And
Do any of y'all that happen to have Twitter, and I don't, and I know I suck, do any of y'all that happen to have Twitter happen
there, but nope, it's just what you would think. Data for restoring the system to factory freshness. So yeah, it's just these 4 CDs, nothing else in the box. May as well check out our optical drive and see if it's working. It opens somewhat. Video files? Huh.
It's important to keep your computer clean because dust and dirt can harm.
taking extra time to change the video stream being delivered to the premium members to have without ads, hence I think it could be the even. The YouTube ingest. That's what I need to do. I'm popping the video on. I'm about to learn how.
Wait, I have 20,000.
I think that's a giraffe. It's really dark. Oh, it's 3 a.m. What the heck? Interesting. I don't know what's going on with this. This is not what I expected exactly. Interesting. It's like a virtual tour of this park and like some kind of
Get away with your attitude. Get away with your attitude. Insulated by the internet. When you're insulated by the internet, you gotta give them a little bit of attitude. When you're insulated, or I won't respect you. And the reality is that you can only get I won't respect you. Get away with your fucking attitude. But if you pull that fucking shit on me in the real world, real world, get away with your fucking attitude, or I won't respect you. You gotta give them a little bit of attitude, or I won't respect you. Attitude. Just destroy Sawbreak guy. That Bill Goldstein have to cry to your mommy about all this. Because my mom's dead and dumb. I love my mother. I hate my mother. I love my mother. Honorable, loyal, responsible. Don't look at me like that. I'm very responsible. I love my mother. I hate my mother. I'm eager experience, but I did build my own.
Manage stream, create new stream team. There is HLS. Ooh, we got him. Work, my guy. That's what we fucking do. It's why we starting. I'm so sorry. I can decouple the whole YouTube and Twitch when going together. I think it may or